PMBOK 7, PMBOK 8. 2 editions, 1 exam, and a whole lot of confusion for PMB candidates right now. Which one should you study? What actually changed? And do you even need to read the PMBOK guide at all to pass the exam? We are going to answer all of those questions today with clear, accurate, up-to-date information so you can stop second-guessing and start studying the right things. Let's get into it. Hello and welcome. With PMI releasing the PMBOK Guide 8th edition in early 2026 and a major PMP exam update launching in July 2026, there is a lot of noise out there about what candidates actually need to study. Today, we are cutting through all of that and giving you a clear, practical breakdown of what changed between PMBOK 7 and PMBOK 8, how it affects the PMP exam, and exactly what you need to focus on based on when you are planning to sit for the exam. Let's go. Before we compare PMBOK 7 and PMBOK 8, let us quickly set the context, because understanding where we came from helps explain why these changes were even made. The older editions of PMBOK Guide, particularly edition 5 and 6, were heavily process-based. They listed 49 processes organized across 10 knowledge areas and 5 process groups. Very structured, very detailed, and very familiar to traditional project managers. Then PMBOK 7, released in 2021, made a major shift. Instead of 49 processes, it introduced 12 principles to guide project manager behavior and 8 performance domains focused on outcomes. It embraced agile and hybrid delivery far more than any previous edition. It was a philosophical shift from "here are the steps to follow" to "here are the principles to guide your thinking." A lot of practitioners loved this flexibility. Some found it less practical for day-to-day guidance. And that is why PMBOK 8 exists. PMI listened to feedback from practitioners globally and responded with an edition that blends the best of both worlds. The principle-driven mindset of PMBOK 7 with more practical, structured guidance from real project work. We think that this is a very, very smart move. So what is actually different in PMBOK 8? Let us break it down clearly. First, the principles have been streamlined. PMBOK 7 introduced 12 principles. PMBOK 8 consolidates those into 6 refined principles. Adopt a holistic view, focus on value, embed quality into processes and deliverables, be an accountable leader, integrate sustainability, and build an empowered culture. These are more focused and easier to apply practically. Second, PMBOK 8 reintroduces structured guidance similar to the process groups from older editions, but in a non-prescriptive way through what PMI calls focus areas. These 5 focus areas provide practical, actionable guidance without going back to the rigid 49 process structure of PMBOK 6. Think of them as flexible pathways rather than strict rules. Third, PMBOK 8 formally integrates AI and sustainability as competencies woven throughout the guide. AI is referenced in the context of forecasting, risk identification, and data-driven decision-making. Sustainability is now a standalone principle, emphasizing the project manager's responsibility for broader environmental and social impact. Fourth, the performance domains from PMBOK 7 are updated and refined to better reflect how modern project managers operate across predictive, agile, and hybrid environments. Here is PMBOK 7 versus PMBOK 8 in under 60 seconds. Save this one. PMBOK 7, 12 principles, 8 performance domains, principle-driven and outcome-focused. Less prescriptive, more flexible, released in 2021. PMBOK 8, 6 refined principles, 7 updated performance domains, 5 focus areas, and 40 non-prescriptive processes. Blends principles with practical guidance. Integrates AI and sustainability formally. Released in early 2026. The key change: PMBOK 8 keeps the modern mindset of PMBOK 7 but brings back the more practical structure for everyday project work. It is not a step backward, it's definitely a step forward. And for the PMP exam, PMBOK 8 influences the July 2026 examination update. If you are sitting before July 2026, study PMBOK 7. After July 2026, align with PMBOK 8. Now here is the most important question for any candidate. How does this actually affect what you study for the PMP exam? And we want to be very clear on this because there is a lot of misinformation out there. First and most importantly, the PMP exam is based on the examination content outline, not the PMBOK guide. The ECO is the authoritative document for examination preparation, not the PMBOK itself. PMI has confirmed this very clearly. For the current exam, which remains in effect until July 8, 2026, continue studying PMBOK 7 aligned materials. The current ECO is based on PMBOK 7 concepts. You do not need to read PMBOK 8 for the current exam. For the new exam launching July 9, 2026, the updated ECO reflects the themes and competencies emphasized in PMBOK 8. This includes greater emphasis on value delivery, governance, sustainability, stakeholder engagement, AI, and strategic alignment. PMI will release updated study resources from April 14, 2026 aligned with this new examination. The good news is that the core principles and PMI mindset remains consistent across both editions. If you understand how PMI expects project managers to think and behave, both exam versions will feel more manageable. Whether you are studying for the current exam or the updated one, there are certain things that remain critical across both PMBOK 7 and PMBOK 8. The PMI mindset stays the same: proactive over reactive, process over shortcuts, collaboration over authority, and root cause over symptoms. These principles are consistent across both editions and will continue to drive exam question design. Value delivery remains central. Both editions emphasize that a project's success is measured by whether it delivered the intended business value, not just whether it was completed on time and within budget. Stakeholder engagement is non-negotiable in both editions. Identifying, analyzing, and engaging stakeholders proactively is a consistent expectation throughout the project lifecycle, and adaptive delivery is increasingly important. Both editions recognize that most real-world projects operate in a hybrid environment. Your ability to choose and apply the right approach, predictive, agile, or hybrid, based on context, is a skill both editions test. So, to recap, PMBOK 7 introduced a principle-driven framework with 12 principles and 8 performance domains. PMBOK 8 refines that into 6 principles, 7 domains, and 5 focus areas with practical guidance and formally integrates AI and sustainability. For the current exam, focus on PMBOK 7. For the July 2026 exam, align with PMBOK 8. And always use the examination content outline as your primary study guide. Techademy's PMP certification training is aligned with the current PMP exam content guidelines and PMBOK 7th edition standards. As a PMI Premier Authorized Training Partner, Techademy ensures your preparation is always up to date with the latest PMI requirements. With 36 hours of live training, more than 2,000 questions, and a mentor-guided 4-week study plan, you are in the great hands. The link is in the description. Like this video if it helped you, subscribe for more, and drop a comment below. Are you studying for the current exam or the updated July 2026 version? We read every single comment. See you in the next video.